Hello everyone, Chepandi, Chepu Telsu Ledu, Kadu. That means how are you people? My name is Shubham Sagar and today we'll do Hindu analysis of 5th November 2025. I have an OCD. Generally when we do live session, which we do most of the time, like this is the first recorded video which you people will be getting. But yes, in future these videos can come, when some emergency arises or is there. So in live session, you people tell me whether the things are working properly or not. In videos, I have to cross check whether everything is working properly or not because I have an OCD. OCD means I keep on checking stuff. I don't know how to tell you people. Okay, let's focus on the work, guys. So Hindu analysis, 5th November 2025. Very good. And my name is Shubham Sagar. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. This is me. See how cute I'm looking. Okay, let's focus, guys. Today I'm not well, guys. So again, I will share this particular Hindu analysis PDF in this Telegram channel Fun Study with Shub. So that is unannotated PDF. The annotated PDF means whatever I write, that is a separate thing altogether. So yeah, and again, you will get this Hindu analysis PDF in this Telegram channel. You can join it. So yesterday, yeah, I gave you people these questions. When I'm like in live session, you people answer it. In this recorded video, what you have to do whenever you're seeing any question, pause the video and think about the answer. So what is digital arrest, which we have discussed yesterday? That is 4th November. Oh my god, 2025. So digital arrest is a form of cyber fraud where victims are coerced into paying money through fake threats of arrest by impersonating officials. Very good. Then we talked about ORS, oral rehydration solution, because FSSAI, something is going on. We talked about it yesterday. I made a short on it as well. Nobody watched it up until now. People will watch it. So, what is ORS? A medically formulated mixture of salts, glucose, and water used to treat dehydration. Very, very, very good. Okay, let's focus, guys. So now back to the present. Let's talk about today's article again. I take the toughest article at the starting, even though I may not know it. Page 20, Science to GS3. Gamma ray burst from black hole Moss cells could expose quantum gravity. So the number of keywords here in this article is just huge, guys. It's so huge, as Donald Trump will say. So what are the keywords here? Black hole Moss cells. Then quantum gravity. What is the basic rationale? So let me simplify these things for you as, uh, you know, mm, in the simplest manner possible. So what is happening? See, black hole, and like the things like planets, stars, etc. They are guided by gravity, right? So at a larger level, at a macroscopic level, gravity is having a major say, right? But at the micro level, quantum level is micro level. There we don't know how much impact gravity has. There, quantum mechanics comes into picture. Now, what does these things mean? And mean we will understand. Let's focus. So bigger elements, bigger planets, or what bigger planets? Planets, stars, etc. They are guided by gravity, and they follow the laws of gravity. They follow Newton law, etc., etc. Guided by gravity. But on the other hand, when you talk about smaller particles, microparticles, electron, protons, and these are quantum particles, and even smaller than that. So they are not guided by gravity. They have their own quantum mechanics. Now the basic rationale is we want to understand something which is known as quantum gravity. What is quantum gravity? Quantum gravity means gravity at these smaller levels. How do they work? Gravity. Everything is you know trying to attract us towards them, that gravity attraction. So how does gravity works at the microscopic level, electron, proton, neutrino, etc. level? That is quantum gravity. And the best thing, like via which we can understand quantum gravity, is not black hole in general will not tell us something, but this portion is known as event horizon. And event horizon is a point of no return. So once you reach there, black hole will suck you in. Oh my god. And singularity is the point which has infinite density rather, and where normal law of physics fail. So let's go and let's read this article. You will understand certain stuff. You don't need to do PhD, because this black hole monster is a hypothetical scenario, guys. Even scientists, they don't know much about it. So let's try to understand as much as possible. We'll solve a mains question also. We'll solve some pre-questions. We'll solve PYQ, and then whatever you need to understand, you will understand. That is a guarantee from my side. So gravity governs large scale phenomena at macroscopic level. Macro and micro, they sound same. Macroscopic level, right? You should see this thing at microscopic level. Quantum mechanics take over, and there are so many things. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. They can be wave, they can be particle, they can be so many things. You cannot detect. Heisenberg uncertainty principle talks about how you cannot detect the position and momentum at the same time when it comes to quantum particles. So they have their own set of rules where gravity in a way is not the determining factor, but we want to understand how gravity works at smaller level, at microscopic level, and that is known as quantum gravity. Physicists struggle to unify general relativity, just remember gravity, with quantum mechanics. Experiment, you can read this thing. Basically, we don't know much about how gravity works at quantum level, at smaller level, and why quantum mechanics take over rather than gravity taking over. So black hole as natural laboratory. So again, whenever we want to study something, black hole is a very fascinating example for us. Black holes where gravity is extremely strong are ideal for studying quantum gravity. But and what happens, they say that there is a hypothetical scenario that black holes emit faint energy, which is known as Hawking radiation, due to quantum effects near the event horizon. We have discussed event horizon is the boundary point of no return. So there, in general, black hole are very cold, cool as an ice. They are MS Dhoni. They're very cold, so they don't emit radiation. But at the border, near event horizon, they emit something known as Hawking radiation. So the phenomena is this. Different kind of cosmic merger has led to creation of something known as this particular thing. Just listen to it, guys. You will understand everything. Be with me. Black hole nozzle. These are tiny black holes. Unlike normal black holes, which are cooled, which don't emit energy or radiation much, tiny black holes are hotter. And since they are hotter, what will happen? They will, emit something known as Hawking radiation. And they will keep on emitting Hawking radiation and they will evaporate once they have emitted all the Hawking radiation. So they are short lived, evaporating rapidly, and they are hotter than the normal black holes. They are very small. So these tiny black holes will help us in understanding quantum gravity because they are tiny, guys. Quantum works at tiny levels of microscopic levels. So we want to study these tiny black holes. But again, it's a hypothetical scenario, guys. People are still they are suggesting this. They're not very sure about it. So new research is suggesting that tiny black holes, they are somewhat different from normal black holes. They are warmer, they emit Hawking radiation, and they evaporate once they have emitted all the radiation, right? So these are much smaller than normal black holes, comparable in mass to air, and significantly hotter. Do remember these facts. Morsel may form when black holes merge, pinching of small, dense region of small space-time. They're very small, and whether they will last for milliseconds or years depends on their mass. And they are hotter. Because they are hotter, they will emit something known as Hawking radiation, and they will evaporate once they have emitted all Hawking radiation. Why they matter? Observing these morsels, which are tiny, could provide direct evidence of quantum gravitational effect, how gravity works at quantum or microscopic level, where Hawking radiation could reveal information about quantum structure. You can read all these things. The basic rationale is we'll solve questions, you will remember all the stuff. Unlike large black holes, they are cold. Morsels radiate strongly, and they are radiating Hawking radiation. Once they have radiated them all, they will evaporate. They could create delayed burst, and these Hawking radiation, these are gamma rays. We are already studying these gamma rays via different telescope. HESS is in Namibia, HAWC is in Mexico. You can read this. The important thing here is you have to find out their location, where these telescopes are located. Then the other parts, just be with me. Researchers use data from, so has data, has gamma rays data, we are already studying. So maybe we are already studying how quantum gravity works at the, when we talk about from this particular small black hole perspective. So basically the whole summary of this article is gravity works awesome when it comes to bigger particles, microscopic particles, but it fails when it comes to microscopic particles, quantum particles. We want to understand how gravity works at quantum level. For that, this black hole morsel will help us, which is a hypothetical scenario. So detecting morsels and their radiation could allow experimental access to quantum gravity, currently unreachable through particle accelerators. Future work, exact conditions for morsel remain uncertain. And that's why even if you're not understanding this, you are not alone, because scientists are still understanding this, guys. So if proven to exist, we're talking about black hole morsel, which are smaller, which are hotter than the normal black hole. It could revolutionize physics by unveiling the true quantum nature of space-time and gravity. Let's solve some question, you will understand everything. So the points, the key words here is singularity, point in space where gravity becomes infinitely strong and laws of physics break down. So here, this particular point density is also very high, and the normal law of physics will not work. And then event horizon is a point of no return. If you reach there, black hole will suck you in. Oh, just give me a second, guys. Event horizon, boundary around a black hole beyond which nothing, not even light, can escape, marks a point of no return. It looks so fascinating when you read it like this. It sounds also so fascinating, guys. Okay, once anything reaches it, it can never come back out. It's like Hrithik Roshan. Once any girls talk to Hrithik Roshan, They will always be fascinated by Hrithik Roshan. Oh my God. Okay, let's focus, guys. To escape from inside it, an object would have to move faster than light, which is impossible. Nothing can move faster than light. So, event horizon, singularity, black hole, Mossel, quantum physics, there's so many terms here. And generally in science related articles, people do Golgappa. Golgappa means zero. It's very difficult to write jibber jabber here in these kind of questions. Discuss the theoretical concept of black hole Mossel and the potential significance in studying quantum gravity. So talk about black hole Mossel. What happens? When black hole merge or like black hole merge, there are smaller or different cosmic mergers happen. There are smaller entities which are created, which are tiny black holes, which are hotter than the normal black holes, which are emitting radiation, gamma rays, Hawking radiation, and they evaporate once they have emitted all the Hawking radiation. Potential significance: study of black hole morsels because they're smaller, because they are hotter. It will help us in understanding how quantum gravity works if they do exist. So these are the things which you have to talk about. You can divide your answer into intro, body, and conclusion. Just give me a second because I have OCD. So let me check whether I'm just talking to a wall or recording still going on. Yes, recording is going on. Really, really, very. Oh, why I do so much overacting so that I can make you people understand. Let's focus. So this is the question, and then this is a tricky question. These are the questions which you have to revise, guys. Like when you're practicing, mains answer writing. Sign. I have told you multiple number of times. GS3, very few people are getting good marks in GS3 because in science, what jibber jabber will you do in this question? So black hole morsels, they're hypothetical. Do remember, this is just a speculation. Micro black holes believed to form during violent cosmic collisions. They may serve as unique probes of quantum gravity. They can understand how gravity works at microscopic level. Formation could arise when black hole merge, pinching of small dense fragments of space-time. Characteristic far smaller, hotter, evaporate quickly through Hawking radiation. Observational significance: they emit gamma rays. While studying these gamma rays, we can understand how gravity is working at the quantum level. And these gamma rays are anyway detected by a telescope like these, and these, which we have discussed earlier. And you remember their location as well. Cool. Offers a testable way to observe quantum gravitational effects. Conclusion: if detected, black hole mass. So you can read this thing. I'm not reading. So again, a good question, an important question, a question which you have to prepare and revise multiple number of times. Let's solve some pre-related question. In the context of black holes, the event horizon refers to what? Physical surface, region from which light and matter cannot escape. You read all the options. Pause me right now. The answer is B, the region from which light and matter cannot escape. That is event horizon. The term black hole morsel, recently in news, refers to what? Pause me. Again, the answer is B, hypothetical mini black holes formed during violent cosmic collisions. PYQ3 asked by UPSC in 2017, the terms event horizon, singularity, string theory, and standard model are sometimes seen in the news in the context of what? Read all the options, pause me right now, unpause me. Answer is observation and standing of the universe. When you're looking all the four options, this is the best possible option. Best option. Very good. Okay. Next article, page number 10, GS1, GS2, GS3. Why GS1 globalization? Why GS2 BRICS? BRICS. And why GS3? Because SWIFT, Indian economy, how it will impact Indian economy, international relations, GS2. So this article important from all three perspectives. BRICS is challenging SWIFT. SWIFT is what? Like PNB Bank fraud happened. You people were not born at that time. All of you are mostly less than 18, right? Who will be watching this. So in our time, there was a PNB fraud which happened because of the SWIFT thing. SWIFT is what? Like SBI is here. I want to transfer some money to one of my friend who is in US. SBI may not be there in their particular region, Pennsylvania, wherever he is. So there will be another bank here. So SBI will contact that particular bank via this particular communication technology, which is known as SWIFT, which is generally dominated. Their headquarters is in Belgium. It is generally dominated by G10 countries. It is basically G11. US has joined it, and that's why that is the problem. G10. You will see all these countries are most developed, advanced countries of Europe primarily, and they are the one who are calling the shots. BRICS nation, they have very less say over how SWIFT works, and that's why BRICS is doing something. And it is also to undermine sanctions which is imposed on Russia. Let's say Russia is facing sanctions, so they cannot do dollar-related transactions. But if BRICS nation, they are doing transaction in their own currency, that will undermine this whole sanction on Russia. So there are so many things which is happening when it comes to BRICS. BRICS idea of initially talked about in 2001. More talks happened in 2006. First summit happened in 2009, Yekaterinburg, Russia, and then in 2010, South Africa joined it. UPSC has already asked a PYQ on this whole thing. And now, currently, how many countries are there? It's like a Achilles heel. Different sources will tell you different things. So now let's go to BRICS site and see how many countries they are saying. So BRICS Brazil 2025, they say there are 11 countries. Most of the time, the issue is happening because of these two countries. So here is Indonesia. Here is Saudi Arabia. These two countries, some will say Saudi Arabia is a part, some will say Indonesia is a part. BRICS officials website, BRICS Brazil 2025, they are saying both. So just remember this, and you can quote it according to BRICS Brazil official website. There are 11 countries. It's a Bhool Bhulaiya. There was a movie in our times, like headed by Akshay Kumar. Bhool Bhulaiya. That means it's a conundrum which you cannot solve. So hopefully they will arrive at a consensus how many countries are actually there in BRICS now. Five main countries based on the name: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and then Saudi Arabia and Indonesia. They are playing a game here. You will understand. Just be with me. We'll talk about more about these things. So the official website is saying 11, so that means 11, both Saudi Arabia and Indonesia. I have also, like, okay, so we'll talk about that. That is not the main theme here, guys. The main theme is how we are becoming independent of US-led world order. 2014 Fortaleza Summit. UPSC has also asked a PYQ on this. Fortaleza is a place in Brazil. There they talked about new development bank to fund development projects in BRICS. They also talked about contingent reserve arrangement, how they can help each other out, lender of last resort. All these things came out of Fortaleza Summit. They can ask you, Fortaleza Summit is a part of BRICS, WTO, this and that. So BRICS, ASEAN, no. This was the first time developing nation built their own multilateral financial institution, and now they're pushing for national currency use. That Russia, they can, and India, we can transact in our own currency. Why dependent? Should be dependent on dollar? And now we are like, let's bring a unified BRICS currency. By 2017, they agreed to coordinate on currency cooperation. And this is actually, and that's why Trump is like, I will impose 100% tariff on these BRICS members if they keep on doing whatever they are saying. At the turns of the decade, BRICS set up BRICS Payment Task Force, BPTF. And now they're talking about BRICS Pay, cross-border payment system at Kazan summit. Now, again, they can ask you just like, Fortaleza, Kazan is in Russia. BRICS leader emphasized strengthening, you can read all these things. BRICS cross-border payment initiative. Symbolic BRICS bank note was unveiled. Now, Russia is very much enthusiastic about all these things, BRICS pay and all. Other countries are not so much. The other four countries, the core countries we're talking about right now. Why? Because India is more, focused on promoting their UPI. We are more focused on UPI. China is focused more on promoting their own payment system. So, but yeah, Russia is very much interested in this because they're facing sanctions. So Trump is not happy with all the things which is happening right now. They feel like it can undermine dollar. BRICS currency can undermine dollar, and he's like, I will impose 100% tariff on you. How dare you people do this, Chipundis? So BRICS pay aims to reduce reliance on SWIFT system. So we don't want to like SWIFT system, Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. How transaction happens, G10 countries. Now this is your homework. Find out the countries of G10, which is actually G11. What are the countries? Headquarters is in Belgium. So we want to undermine this. We want to have our own system. And this is actually good, self-reliance. As our Honorable PM Sir says, Atmanirbhar Bharat. We all love our Honorable PM Sir. And that's why we keep on singing, Modi hai to mumkin hai. That means people who don't understand Hindi, if Modi Sir is there, everything is possible. We talk about one such thing, which is in news today. So infrastructure readiness among BRICS nations. Somebody asked me, what is your favorite song? I say, Modi hai to. So advanced payment system, Russia, they have their own systems. India has UPI, Brazil has PIX system, China SIPs and all these things. So Russia is very happy with all this prototype of BRICS pay, but other countries are not. India is pushing UPI, China is pushing their SIP system, payment system. So we want it to be globalized. And if we are promoting BRICS pay also, it can create confusion among the mind of different countries. They can ask India, which one you are promoting more, UPI or BRICS pay? So India seeks global expansion of UPI, but hasn't integrated it within BRICS. China is promoting their SIPs, Brazil is promoting their PICs. They can even ask you these things. Their payment system, what is it called? Okay. Now, Trump is very aggressive about this BRICS pay, BRICS currency, and all those stuff. And because of Trump's stance, maybe BRICS pay will be launched. Because sometimes when somebody tells you not to do something, you want to do that particular something. Maybe BRICS will do the same. Oh my God! If successfully implemented, BRICS pay could reshape global financial inflows, and it will reduce our dependence on dollar, SWIFT system, blah blah blah. Hope you understood. This is a question based on the previous article. Let me also cross check whether recording is happening or not because I have OCD. So yeah. MCQ4 guys, chip on these. The singularity at the center. This is a, as we have discussed. What is singularity? Matter is infinitely dense and the laws of physics break down. That is the answer. Infinite density, infinite gravity, and law of physics does not work here. You have to choose the best option. A is the best option, guys. MCQ5, Kazan Summit. Kazan. So, what is the Kazan Summit is related to what? BRICS nation. C is the answer. Pause me. Whenever you see the question, pause me before I tell you the answer. This is a PYQ, guys. Fortaleza Declaration recently news related to the affairs of what? Affair. Affair makes me remember something else also. So, Fortaleza, BRICS. B is the answer. UPSC PYQ. So, next time they can ask you Kazan. 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 It sounds so cool, man. Kazan. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Spread the word, chip on these, and avail this lifetime success bundle at 5,999. Oh my god! From 1st December, prices will increase because I have to sustain myself, and it will include you don't have to pay hourly, monthly, or annual subscriptions ever. Even in future, if I launch any new courses, etc., that will be covered. So again, a win-win scenario for you. And again, the second way is you can also buy these individual courses. Very good. Next article, page number 14, GS3, which will realize again, the Modi hai to mumkin hai thing, that if Modi sir is here, everything is possible. Visit to Vantara. Vantara is in Jamnagar, Gujarat. The Global Wildlife Panel recommends India pause animal import. So there is a Global Wildlife Panel on which UPSC has already asked PYQ, which we have also solved, which we'll see today also. Cites Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, as the name suggests. They are regulating cross-border trade when it comes to animal and plant species. First of all, let's read about CITES and then we will read about what CITES is saying about India. So, CITES. Establishment 1973, Washington DC. Their headquarter or secretariat is in Switzerland right now. They regulate international trade in wildlife species so that they don't threaten their survival. There are three appendix in under CITES. We'll see this. It is a legally binding agreement. What does it mean? Will it replace international law? No. So it is implemented in India via different provisions of WPA, Wildlife Protection Act. Over 80 countries, India is also a part of it. In like it is implemented by or it is overseen by UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. They are looking at how sites will work, you know, and key mechanism. Appendix 1, species threatened with extinction. Trade is generally prohibited except for non-commercial. Appendix 2, not necessarily threatened with extinction but may become so, regulated. Appendix 3, protected in at least one country. Administration Secretariat Geneva, administered by UNEP. All these facts are important, guys. If UPSC has asked question on a particular thing once, they can ask again as well. So now what is happening? What is sites talking about Jamnagar, Gujarat and all? I don't like because okay. So site designated committee has recommended India to pause the issuance of permits for importing endangered animals. Something is going on in certain portion of Jamnagar. And what is going on? India must review its practices comprehensively. This is what CITES is saying. Due diligence is exercised. No animal trade occurs in violation of CITES. And they have taken note of something happening in GZRRC in Jamnagar, which is a part of Vantara Animal Rescue and Rehabilitation Center. And then there is Radha Krishna Temple Elephant Welfare Trust. So all these are importing some flora and fauna. And committee is not saying that you are importing animals for commercial purpose, but they are saying that something is getting violated. And you need to look into that something. Committee is noting questions about origin of some imported specimens, extent of due diligence exercised by Indian authorities. So they are like, this is just a temporary pause on issuing import permits. Don't import certain fauna, and we are going through what you people are doing. But again, nothing bad can be done by these Vantara authorities. Why? Why nothing? They can never do anything bad because this is about Ambani Foundation. This is about Modi sir. See this Vantara thing. Modi sir is here. If Modi sir is there, how can anything bad happen? So we can never think about anything, imported or any animal or species are imported without taking due diligence or without following the provisions of sites. That cannot happen at all because Modi sir is there. So everything is mumkin hai. I would say. So again, hope you are understanding what this article is saying. They are not very happy with something which is going on in certain regions of Jamnagar, J, G, Z. There are many people who are like, American English, sir, this Z is not pronounced as Z. This is also Z. Z, Z, R, R, C. No, I will pronounce it as Z. Z, Z, R, R, C and R, K, T, E, W, T. Something is going on here. Sites is not saying explicitly what, but maybe some things they did not like and they were like, import animal. You know, there should be a tab and temporary pause on the imported fauna. You should not be importing certain fauna. Again, we will understand this is an evolving news, guys. It will evolve further. Let's see how it evolves. Cool, 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 cool. So sites we discussed. Let's solve some questions. PYQ 7. This is a question which we have already discussed when we have read IUCN. And I have told you, even if you don't know anything about sites, then also you can solve this IUCN part, because we have talked this almost 1 million times or even more than that. At least I think 100 million times I have discussed that IUCN is not an organ of UN. It's an NGO, international organization, independent organization, non-governmental organization. So first is wrong. If first is wrong, even though you don't know anything about sites, you can solve this question. And we have just discussed sites is legally binding, but this convention does not take play of national laws. National law will implement sites. In India, WPA, some provision of WPA implements sites. I'm going to solve this question directly on sites. Oh my God. Conventions or sites. Consider the following statement. Legally binding treaty aims to ensure. Read all these statements, guys. I'm not very well today. It replaces national wildlife. No, what you I keep on telling you people these kind of statements. When you have multiple statements, you use option elimination. You read statements multiple number of times. You know fourth is wrong, right? So if fourth is wrong, oh my God, the question is tough, guys. Third is correct. Then second is correct. We don't even need to check. First, check the first. First is correct. That does not. That aims to ensure international. Yeah. So the answer is D, 1, 2, and 3. Good question. Even though you know fourth is wrong, even then three options are left. Oh my God. So this is a tough question. This is a tricky question, Chipandis. Next article, page 9 opinion GS3 Green India Mission. Green India Mission, oh my God, is one of the 8 missions of NAPCC, National Action Plan on Climate Change. Launched in 2008, Green India Mission in itself was launched in 2014. Earlier, originally, core 8 missions are there in NAPCC. Later on, government added some more submissions, this and that. So what are the core 8 missions? I have told you, I think, 60 million times the mnemonic. Sehwag HK is the mnemonic. Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Mission for Sustainable Habitat, Water Mission, Agriculture Mission, Green India Mission, National Mission for Sustaining Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission for Strategic Knowledge, or National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change. So these are the 8 core missions. Green India Mission is one of those missions. C.K. Mishra and Surya Prabha Sadashivan. Surya Prabha Sadashivan, ma'am, I have known her for such a long period. We go a long way back, and now she has become the senior vice president at Chase Advise. I'm so happy for her, and so happy. Again, maybe I don't know her. Maybe that's a lie, big fat lie. Let's focus, guys. So this article is saying that it's Green India Mission. It's not only about 33% forest cover which we want. And I have told people whenever we discuss Green India Mission, I keep on telling people from where have we got this 33% forest cover mandate? We should have 33% forest cover. This is the colonial legacy in Europe, they have this mandate that they should have 33% forest cover. One of these European countries ruled over us for a longer period, major part of India, that is Britain, Portuguese, etc. They also ruled over certain portion, France also. So because these countries they ruled over us, we have this particular mandate, 33%. But we have to also understand the fact that these are temperate countries, they have their own latitude and longitude. We are predominantly tropical countries, so maybe 30% would suffice for us, maybe 40%, we don't know. So again, we have to look into this 33% criteria. There's no scientific evidence that we should have 33%. It's just a colonial legacy. So let's focus on this article. This article is saying that only growing forest will not do. Restoring 25 million hectares of degraded forest. So forests, there are some forests which are degrading, where photosynthesis is not happening properly, due to rising temperature, soil drying. So rather than just focusing on increasing forest cover, try to also restore your forest. Try to increase the efficiency of your forest. Try to see whether photosynthesis is happening properly or not. Why? There is another thing which we have to take care of. Why we are doing this? Because we want to create additional carbon sink of these numbers, which is a climate pledge of ours. Again, we have seen so many other climate pledges. We should become net carbon zero by 2070, this and that. So again, let's focus, guys. So progress. GIM is doing very good according to this article, and they are saying that it is not only about growing forest, it's also about restoration of forest. And to increase the efficacy of forest. Forest and tree cover rose from 24% to almost 25%. See the decimal number yourself. Very good. So expanded forest, new focus area, Aravali, Western Ghats. In these areas we have to focus. But then there are some issues. Issues are community people. Whenever environment related issues come, you can always talk about how we are not taking community people into participate, means consideration. Then ecological design. If you're growing eucalyptus, which is a invasive species which will kill your indigenous species, even though your forest is increasing, it's actually harming you. So you have to look for native and biodiversity friendly species, not eucalyptus. Financing. There are some, like, sometimes forest land is diverted for non-forest purposes. You are creating road or mining activities. For that you have something called as campa, which is related to compensatory afforestation. Compensatory afforestation. So you are diverting forest land for non-forest purpose. So you will do some afforestation work somewhere else. So their fund is also not utilized because of bureaucracy or bureaucratic delays and all the other stuff which is going on. So these are some challenges in our afforestation efforts which you have to focus. But there are some countries oh my god, there's some states which are doing good. Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, you can see their examples. But these are not the only three states. We have 28 states, 8 union territories. Other 25 states and 8 union territories can learn from Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and Tamil Nadu. Shift towards native species, guys. Eucalyptus acacia, they are killing your own species. They are invasive species. Forest, only increasing forest cover will not do. What we have just discussed, you have to restore your degraded forest covers, ensure the quality of forest cover, ensure that these kind of crops are not growing. Local forest departments may lack ecological expertise and tech training, so involve community people. Also, financial bottlenecks. There is so much money there in Campa Fund, etc. Why are you not using it? Use it. Compensatory afforestation has to be done. If you're diverting forest land for non-forest purposes, use Campa Fund. Do some compensatory afforestation, guys. So this article is saying that India has strong legal framework, blah blah blah, but we need to empower communities. We need to grow proper trees. We need to focus on restoring degraded land. We need to involve, again, we need to use our funds, especially of Campa Fund, Campa Cola. Campa Fund reminds me of Campa Cola, although they are not related. So forest should be seen as future capital. You can read all these things. National restoration movement should happen so that we can achieve PM Modi sir's Viksit Bharat 2047 vision. Oh my god. Let's solve some question, guys. This is based on previous article. Let me check whether recording is going on or not, because as I told you, I have OCD. Oh my god, recording is going. So, which of the following species would most likely be listed under CITES Appendix 1? We have discussed the appendix of CITES 1, 2, and 3. So, what was there in Appendix 1, guys? Cheppandis fast. Cheputelsu ledu kadu. So, species that is threatened with extinction, right? I think B is the answer. Do check that out. MCQ 10, Green India Mission. So, see this question again. Maybe I did not tell you something, but so pause me right now. Try to do it on your own. There will be some questions in UPSC also where out of 3 statements, 2 will be known to you, third will not be known to you. Then you will take something known as educated guess, which you have to take here also. So one of the 8 mentioned yes, so one has to be there. Aims to increase forest, yes. Improve ecosystem services, yes. So second has to be there. Now you're left with C and D. Third you have to check. Implemented, no. MOEFCC, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. That you can guess, but again, we did not talk about it, right? So you can get confused between C and D, and that's totally fine. The answer is D. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, the answer is C. Third is wrong, right? This is not the answer. This is correct. Very good. Okay, let's focus. So next article, page number 11, GS2, which is about CERT 2.0. The guy, Rajiv Kumar, man. Oh my God, I was just reading his credential, IITN, IIM, oh God knows what. He is like anything which you want in a son, everything has been done by Rajiv Kumar, sir. You can go and read about his credentials. So here he has talked about CERT 2.0. And, we have EPEAK, something called as EPEAK, unique voter identity everybody is getting via this EPEAK thing. Then even though we have EPEAK, why still there are issues, which is actually like a voter ID? Everybody has a unique EPEAK. My EPEAK will be different from the EPEAK, let's say, which Harshini will have, or somebody else will have. So EPEAK number is unique. Even then, why this duplication and duplicate entries and sir and this and that is happening? This article has explained it in a beautiful manner. So they will take the example of Prashant Kishore sir to tell you things. His name is there in both Bihar and West Bengal role. Why? There will be a term here which is known as ERO, which you have to understand. ERO, Electoral Registration Officer, who are generally deputy collectors of their states. So they are elected as ERO. So what happens? So once you have, registered your name in Bihar, let's say, Bihar. So in Bihar, ERO, they will issue and they will keep a track of all the things. So now let's say something happened. There are some changes which happened. You want to change four categories of address change. No change in constituency, polling station. So let's say I'm from Bhagalpur. Even in Bhagalpur only, I change my address. So it will come in this criteria. So that is fine. The second scenario is same constituency, different polling station. Let's say I'm in Bhagalpur district, but I went to different place. Let's say I went to Nathnagar, which is a different place. So same constituency, different polling station. Third is change of constituency within the same state. So let's say I went to Patna in Bihar. So my constituency has changed. The fourth scenario is this: change of constituency and state, most prone to duplication. So I went to West Bengal, like I came from West Bengal to Bihar, like with Prashant Kishore sir. So now what happens when I am doing this? So I had a voter ID in Bengal, let's say Prashant Kishore sir, and he came to Bihar and he had another voter ID like Bihar also, West Bengal and Bihar. Why this happened? See, understand. So there is an electoral registration officer who was there in West Bengal who gave you an EPEEC number. When you came to Bihar, what you have to do is wherever you are going, you have to tell that electoral registration officer that you already have a voter ID, you just want to change the address, constituency, and state. Then this ERO has to contact the ERO of West Bengal. More often than not, the issue happens because this ERO of Bihar does not contact with ERO with West Bengal, and they generate a new EPEEC, considering you as a new voter. So these things are happening. It's not the fault of EPEEC per se. You will understand each and everything. Be with me. So Election Commission, they have launched SIR 2.0 by completing a similar exercise. And again, we can see all the things. SIR will be paperless, blah, blah, blah. Core issue: duplicate voter entries. And why this is happening. And this case, we are talking about Prashant Kishore sir, name how it came in Bihar as well as West Bengal. And there comes the picture of electoral registration officer. Whenever your address is changing, and the fourth case which we are talking about, change of constituency and state, the ERO of West Bengal has to talk to or tell to ERO of Bihar that this thing has happened, and vice versa. They have to be in contact with each other. If they're not in contact with each other, or if let's say Prashant Kishore sir did not say that I don't want a new voter ID, I just want the change of address, in those scenarios, these kind of issues can happen. Duplication may occur with either the same or different peak numbers. So some voters apply as new entrants without declaring previous registration. So you were in West Bengal, you have a voter ID, and now you are in Bihar, you want a new voter ID. You're not telling them that you already have a voter ID, you just want to change the address. These things are different. Again, even if you're not understanding things, you will understand once you go through it again. So there is an ECI net developed by CDAC Pune, which is a nationwide electoral system. They have this peak number, it can detect duplicates, but the problem is lack of coordination between EROs, poor coordination among EROs. If address is being changed, EROs have to talk to each other and update the detail rather than creating a new EP. Accountability for duplication to rest with officials. Oh my God, rest with officials responsible for timely updates and verification. So this article is primarily talking about one thing, that these electoral registration officers who are generally deputy collectors, big people, they need to talk to themselves. And rather than creating a new voter ID, you have to understand whether, and people also, voter also, they should be aware of the fact that they're not creating a new, or they should not ask for creating a new voter ID. They should just talk about changing their address and which category they lie in the change of address. Also, there are 4 categories which we have discussed, and this is the major area where problems are happening: change of constituency as well as state. Hope you understood some part of it. Again, this will keep on coming, you will understand more. We have talked about SIR earlier also. This is a special case of revision. This does not happen annually, although revision of electoral rolls, they keep on happening. Integration with Aadhaar can help achieve independent and nationwide identity verification. So EPEEC, along with EPEEC, we also need Aadhaar now, and we need coordination between these EROs. So let's see how these things happen. There are some issues, no doubt. MCQ 11, try to solve this question, guys. Again, this is a homework for you guys. If you know the answer, you can, you know, we'll discuss it tomorrow at 8 a.m. Hopefully, we are meeting it tomorrow, 8 a.m. Yeah, we should meet tomorrow at 8 a.m., guys. So, yes, MCQ 11 homework. And if you know the answer, you can post it in the comment section also. MCQ 12, EPIC electors photo identity card was introduced in India to do what? And again, choose the best option here. MCQ 11 and 12. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Spread the word. You can join this Telegram channel. I will share these Hindu analysis PDF. in this Telegram channel. And you can also post your score. You can join any of these courses, and you can get this lifetime success bundle where you have access to all these courses, no hourly, monthly, or annual subscriptions. If you're giving EPFO, you can take this particular PDF at 199, 50 most important current affairs in two parts with PYQs and MCQs. And personalized mentorship program, if you feel like you need help, you need some amount of mental sanity, you're going haywire, you're not able to study every day, you need some support from my side, you can join this mentorship program. If your history is weak, even if your history is strong, if you feel like you need to have a little bit more confidence, you can join this history to NCRT series. If your history is already awesome, you just want a quick revision for mains, or for mains purpose, you can join or take this history mains complete material. This is just material, this is not video format. History to NCRT series contains videos as well as PDFs. And now I'm giving two PDFs from class 7 onwards. Two PDF means one is the highlighted PDF, second is the annotated PDF. All these things you're getting in history through NCRT series. And then doubt sessions, 499. If you have any doubt related to subjects, you can schedule doubt session with me as well. Annotated Hindu analysis PDF, whatever I'm writing, all these. And mains answer evaluation, very important. Very important. If you are preparing for 2026, you should be getting this evaluated some way or the other. If you are not, let me be very frank, you are not serious about your preparation, or maybe you're preparing for 2027. Means you will not get a rank in UPSC only by solving 3 questions. You have to write at least 500 questions for mains. And if you're not writing it, or you have not written it, you are not writing even one question daily, then it's a big problem. So do look into it. Doesn't matter who is the evaluator, me or somebody else, but somebody has to evaluate your answer and give you honest feedback. Remember, you are your own competition. You're not competing with anybody else. Everybody has their own timeline. And again, if I'm adding something to your knowledge base, do donate. Every single contribution matters, and I mean it. You know. So, that's it from me, guys. Thank you. Take care. Be blessed. I will see you people tomorrow.